Welcome to the Calculus B section. In this section we'll be discussing integration of rational functions by partial fractions. So when you're faced with an intimidating rational equation to integrate, don't get scared. Instead of integrating right away, we can factor the equation to make integrating much easier. So here we have the example, the integral of 2x minus 1 over x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3 dx. Now that looks very convoluted, if not challenging. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to break this up into three functions. As you can see, ax minus 1, a over x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2 plus c over x minus 3 dx. So the goal in the next step is to solve for a. So what we're going to do is set the denominator equal to 0, which is x minus 1 is equal to 0, x equals 1, and then we're going to plug in that value into the rest of the function except for the a value. And we're going to plug it into our top function. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to say 2x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. So what we're doing is we're eliminating the x minus 1 value, because obviously if we're going to plug 1 into that value to get 0 in the denominator, so what we're doing is we're plugging in 1 to everything except for that to solve for it. So we're going to get 2, 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 2 times 1 minus 3. And then we are going to say 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 over negative 1 times negative 2, so that's just going to equal half. Okay, now on to the next. We can say that x equals 2, because the denominator of that is going to be x equals 2, and then we can say that the integral of 2x minus 1 for x minus 1 and x minus 3, and we're going to plug in 2, so it's going to be 4 minus 1 over 1 times negative 1. So that's going to give us negative 3 over 2. Over 1, I'm sorry. Negative 3. That's it. Now, for the next equation, we're going to say that x minus 3 is equal to 0, because that's a denominator, and then we're going to take the integral from 2x minus 1 over x minus 1, x minus 2. And that is equal to 6 minus 1 over 3 minus 2, which is equal to 2 times 1. So that's going to give us 5 over 2. Okay. So now we're going to say that the integral of this said function 2x minus 1, we're going to put our ABCs, plug in our values, and we get 1/2 over x minus 1 plus negative 3 over x minus 2 plus 5 over 2 x minus 3 dx. Now all we're going to do is we're going to integrate this function, and we know by the sum rule that we can actually take the individual integral of each one. So we can say the integral of 1 over 2 x minus 1, and then we can take the integral of this separately and the integral of this separately, and we can get the following integral: half ln x minus 1 minus 3 ln x minus 2, and we're going to continue down here, plus 5 over 2 ln x minus 3 plus c, because it's an indefinite integral. Now I hope that helps. If you need additional assistance, there's a bunch on the website. Thank you.